My friend said rubbing meanies feels good.
What's your friend's name?
Jake. That's him.
After receiving an emergency call from the kindergarten, the SWAT team rushed to the scene immediately. 5-year-old Jake looked confused. He admitted that he had indeed said those words to his classmates. He also confirmed that someone had touched him. Yet no matter how hard the police questioned him, he refused to name the person. Elliot initially believed this was an ordinary case of indecent assault. However, one remark made by Jake's mother upon her arrival took Elliot completely by surprise.
Says someone's been abusing.
Oh no. Not again.
This instantly put Elliot on high alert. Had this family suffered a similar incident before? Back at the police station, Jake's mother finally revealed the secret she had kept buried inside her for years. She had two sons, 14-year-old Teddy and 5-year-old Jake. 7 years earlier, Teddy had been sexually abused by his biological father, Gregory. Once the crime came to light, Gregory was sentenced to 7 years in prison. He had only recently been released after completing his sentence. Young Jake had never met his father and kept begging to see him. Taking the child's wishes and Gregory's good conduct in prison into consideration, the court granted him visitation rights once a week. Their very first meeting had taken place the day before. The timeline lined up perfectly. Everyone instinctively assumed that the newly released Gregory had reverted to his old ways and harmed his younger son. A psychologist spoke gently with little Jake, hoping to guide him into describing what had happened the previous day, but the boy only recalled watching cartoons and playing games with his father, and stated that nothing else had occurred. Meanwhile, Elliot tracked down the elder son Teddy. The 14-year-old teenager was defensive, wore a cold expression the whole time, and answered with obvious impatience. It was clear that the trauma from 7 years ago had never healed. He had shut himself off, showed no concern for family matters, and acted completely indifferent to the possibility that his younger brother had been abused. Since neither of the boys would talk, their mother agreed to let Jake undergo a physical examination to assess the extent of his injuries. The police also summoned Gregory for questioning. Offenders on parole were required to take regular polygraph tests, so the police moved his test forward ahead of schedule. The polygraph readings remained steady while he answered basic questions about his name and address. Yet when he was asked whether he had been alone with Jake the day before, the needle fluctuated violently, clearly indicating that he was lying. His sister, who had accompanied him, tried to cover for her brother. Only after Elliot warned her that giving false testimony would carry criminal liability did the woman panic. She confessed that she had taken a 10-minute shower before leaving for work, leaving Gregory and Jake alone together in the room for a short while. 10 minutes might seem brief, but for a man with a prior conviction for sexual abuse, that was long enough for terrible things to happen. Gregory was placed in the holding cell on the spot. Everyone thought the case was nearly solved, and they simply waited for the forensic report to confirm the charges. No one expected the upcoming twist to overturn all their assumptions. The forensic report was released soon afterwards. Saliva residue was indeed found on Jake's private parts, proving a blood-related connection between the perpetrator and the child. But comparison results showed that the two were not father and son, but brothers.